today we are going to chat about burnout. Now, what is burnout, Jade? Burnout is that state where you are absolutely done. End of the line, ending your tether. You honestly don't have any emotional energy left. There's no physical energy. All you want to do is pass out and die. That is burnout. So today we're going to chat about what it is and how to recover from it and other ways of burnout. So we're going to start with, you're probably starting to feel burnout by week 3. Normally that's when I get a bit burnt out because you've taken up new activity and you've decreased your calories, so you're starting to get a bit tired and you've started all of this new emotional training and it gets a bit exhausting on top of your overall life. So if you are starting to feel burnout, or if you've been burnt out the whole time, we're going to chat about how to deal with it. This also may be a problem you deal with in the future, so of course this video is always going to be available, so you can watch it if you do find yourself in burnout and you're like, I can't remember how to do it or fix it. No problem. That's what this video is for. I am always suffering from burnout. I have that personality type that is just built to burn out, with my poor self-care maintenance because I'm too selfless, and my inability to let off steam. That's the word, let off steam. Yep, I burn out pretty quickly because I'm also a perfectionist, so I like to do everything at 1000% perfection, which means I get exhausted all the time. So I know what I'm talking about, and this is the first time I filmed this video where I've not been in a state of burnout. There's a couple of these videos I filmed nearly in the state, but right now I'm not in burnout, which is great. So I can tell you the burnout sucks, and I can tell you how to fix it. So burnout, the first thing we need to start doing is resting. I know you don't have time. I know you're really busy. I know, but Jade, I have too much to do. I know you have too much to do. We all have too much to do. But if you take a moment, like 3 or 4 days, to rest and recover, you're gonna be able to do all those things, but better. And you won't have to redo them because you won't have burnt them out and messed them up. And the world will continue without you. Horrifying fact, I know, but if you just stopped and took a break, the world still spins, okay? I know it feels like you're carrying the universe on your shoulders, but it stops. If you stop, the planet still spins, and you get to feel completely insignificant, and it is the best feeling of being like, actually stuff still gets done without me. Am I really that insignificant? Yes, that's how great it is. So you have to. Funny thing is, you're so important and you're so special and you're so significant to so many people, but if you take a day off, it's not the end of the universe, okay? People will still do your jobs and stuff will still get done, and if it doesn't, you can do it later, but you'll be in a much better state if you actually take that time to chill out and recover. So progress is progress no matter what it looks like. So if you want to take time to slow it down and just do things at a slower pace, that is great, because you're still making it. You just don't have to run there all the time. And I get it, we got excited and we started this sprinting, but if you're starting to get tired, take it a little slower. This is a marathon. This is a lifelong journey. This is not a sprint to the finish. I know we only have a 4-week block to have all these little training programs, but there is so much we can do that will set you up to continue the rest of your journey. So I'm just giving you putting you up, and then so you can walk on that level. That's all we're doing. We're setting you up so you can continue a beautiful journey. You can't live at 100% all of the time. It is completely overwhelming and you will drown, which will cause a lot of mental health issues like anxiety, like panic attacks, like depression. So we're going to try and release the overwhelm by teaching you to delegate. One of the most difficult things in the universe, because we want stuff done, and we want stuff done now, and we want stuff done the way that we like it. But delegating is difficult because you're handing all of that trust over to somebody else that they will do the job. And most of the time we've been so disappointed in our lives where we just think, can you just do the laundry? And then 2 days later we have to do it ourselves anyway. So we need to learn and trust people to delegate. Now, I'm not just talking about your kids or your family members, I'm talking about your friends, delegating responsibilities to them, and most importantly, hiring people. Now, sounds crazy, but if your house is a mess and it really stresses you out, hire a cleaner. If you don't know how to do your taxes and it's a big thing that you're stressing you out and you don't know how to do it, hire someone. There are people who will do anything for $5 on the internet. You can hire anyone to do anything. So hire people to help you because you can't do everything yourself. And it is much easier when someone is cleaning your house for you, so you don't have to stress out and clean it all the time.
Poor Cinderella. Every time she finds a minute, that's the time when they begin it.
Don't be afraid to delegate. Like, just don't be afraid of it. It's nothing wrong with asking for help. If you go up to someone and say, look, I'm struggling, it's really affecting my mental health, I really need some help in this area, can you help me? Or can I hire you to help me? And your life will get easier. Even if it's things at work, like it's getting too overwhelming, see if you can take a couple days off, or cut down on your days at work, or hire an assistant to help you out, to help make work a little less intense and stressful. That is also a great way to delegate. For example, I hate hoovering. Like, I just hate hoovering, so I always try and delegate hoovering until I got like that handheld Dyson, you know, the really fancy one. Oh, now I never delegate hoovering because it only takes like 5 minutes. But delegating is important. It doesn't matter if they're not doing the job perfectly, at least it's getting done and you don't have to do it, so you can focus on your you time.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself 2011.
Build a great team around you. Build a great team of supportive people who will help you when you need help, so you can have a much more relaxed time and life becomes a little bit easier because you've been walking around doing everything for so long. You need to relax and delegate so you can focus on you and building up and recovering, because what we're doing is recovering from burnout. So we're going to use all this free time that we've got from delegating to do the solid system of recovery. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about emotional burnout and something called an empath. Now, an empath is quite a spiritually loaded word. It does come in the spiritual community, but it is a solid concept. Some people are built to have extra empathy. So if you get overwhelmed in really busy places, if you're in a room with someone and they're sad and you're suddenly really sad and you can't explain why, because you were fine a minute ago, you have extra empathy, or you're an empath. The thing about being empathetic is it's great and it sucks, because it feels like you're carrying the whole world on your shoulders, because everywhere you go you're absorbing everyone's energy. So when they're in a good mood, you absorb it and it gets great. But if you're in a room full of sad people, it becomes a lot harder to be happy because you're constantly absorbing all of the negativity. If you are an empath and this is something that you can relate to, message me and let's have a chat about it, because there are so many different techniques that we can do to stop you absorbing all of this negative energy, which can be remove yourself from these people, or it can be some meditation or mental techniques to help you. I taught my mother once how to create like a barrier, a bubble around her, so she could visualize all of the negative energy bouncing off, and it helped her brain, because physically it just helped her brain not absorb any of the energy, because we have to identify what you're feeling and what you're absorbing. So there is a difference. So that is something we will discuss if you do feel like you're an empath. If you are feeling emotionally burnt out and you're not empathetic, we also need to talk about what is emotionally burning you out and who is causing the emotional burnout. If you're just giving too much of your heart and soul out and getting nothing in return, then we do need to adjust how you see the universe, because you are so wonderful and giving out so much love, and it sometimes feels like you're pouring love into an empty cauldron of doom. But that just means we need to get you around completely different people who appreciate you for who you are, so you don't feel like crap all the time. So we are going to fix you emotionally, and we're going to do the recovery, the 4 stages of recovery from burnout. Number 1, rest. Yeah, that's right. You're going to take 4 days off from training. And yeah, I said it, 4 to 7. It's up to you. I don't care. You're going to have days off. Number 2, you're going to eat. Now, I'm not saying eat whatever or eat as much as you possibly can, like 10,000 calories a day. I'm just saying eat more. Double the veggies on your plate. Double the protein. Eat more healthier foods. But if you want like a bag of crisps that'll make you feel better, eat that too. If it helps you emotionally, sometimes it does. Like, there's no judgment. Eat ice cream. I eat a lot of ice cream during burnout. Eat. Rest, recover, try and eat as healthy as possible, but sit, eat, self-care. Do things that make you feel better in your soul. So things that you love. So examples would be What do I like to do? I like to go on walks, I like to go play in the sea, I like to be in nature. Going in nature is a huge like soul recovery activity. There's also things that you just love to do or love to watch, like I love to watch The Adventures of Tintin. I like to color, paint, draw, sing, whatever it is that you like to do that makes you feel like yourself, do that. If your thing is training, try not to, and let's try and find you something else to do. So if your only output is physical activity, we need to find you something chill to do, because else you're going to be physically burnt out and your only recovery is physical. We need to find you something else. So what is number 4? 4 is delegate the crap out of your life. That was it. Any problem, bam, send it to the delegation squad and they will fix it. Because you don't need this. You don't need to be doing all this crap in your life. You can delegate, you can hire, you can sort, and you can sit on the sofa with a bag of Cheetos and it's fine. The world will continue. It's gonna be okay. So if you are suffering from burnout, message me. We need to talk about your emotional state and how you're feeling and what we can do about it. Obviously, we've already talked about where you're at and who your friends are, but we'll talk about that a little more. If you want to have a little Google of empaths, you are welcome to. It is quite a spiritual community, so I will warn you, you may come across like the universe loves you and stuff like that. If you're not spiritual, it can be a bit rough. If you are, you'll love it. It's great. They're a wonderful community, the empaths. Or old souls, there are so many different words for it. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go because I want you to have a little chat with yourself about what you're going to be delegating, how you can rest and recover, when is the soonest that you can take a day off to recover and get people to cover all of your jobs and chores. So take a day off at work and send all your kids out to play with friends' house and tell all of your friends to go away, and whatever your form of self-care is, if it's lonely or if it's social, go and be alone or go and be social. Make plans to do whatever it is that you do to recover, which may just be, like me, sofa, Netflix, Cheetos. That's my life when I get burnt out, and I get it quite a lot. So I get a lot of Cheetos in my life. Well, I say Cheetos, I think I mean ice cream. I eat an obscene amount of ice cream. Right, that's me done. I'm gonna let you go so you can think about delegating, and I hope you have a great day.